大家好，我叫秀介龙顾，我是一个作家和一个律师。我会说汉语，但是我的汉语马马虎虎。Okay, guys, just kidding. That was just me speaking Chinese, and I was simply saying, "Hi, guys. My name is Morris Lungu, and I'm a writer and a lawyer, and I can speak Chinese, but my Chinese is like not bad. It's like it's not very good, not very bad. Yeah, so it's so. Yeah. Anyway, yesterday I noticed that I posted a video about how vocabulary can affect pretty much every area of your life, and it got some good feedback. I think a lot of people were really interested in that. So I'm just doing a follow-up video to that one. So essentially, okay, forgive me, there'll be some background noises. There's like kids around here, but I'll just have to power through this because if I don't do it, then this video will never be done. And this is me holding myself accountable this year. So I just want to be posting videos consistently. Yeah, I promise. Even the quality of the videos will get better with time. Like I believe when you're starting out, like you're better off doing something imperfectly than not doing it at all because you wanted perfection from the start. So just to give that perspective, I've learned like so many things like over my life. I've learned so many things and I've become good at a lot of things. So some of the things that I've become really proficient at are the first thing was I think I used to play pool back in the day, and I became one of the best players in the town. Yeah, so that was one of the things, and then I also play chess. I'm currently rated around 1900. That was my top rating, 1900 on chess.com. So if you're somebody who plays chess and wants to give it a try, you can get in touch with me. My username on chess.com is ice-morris. That's Morris with Morris. Yeah, so I was 1900, and apparently that's in the top 96% players in the world. Yeah, so that's one other thing that I became really good at. And then I was also, I'm also like, I used to do music back in the day. Yeah, I used to do hip hop, and I could rap really well actually. I actually took it a bit professional at some point, and yeah, so I did a lot of that, and I can also play guitar, and I can speak Chinese like you've heard, even though my Chinese is intermediate. And that's something also I'll need to do a video on very soon, like going into the future, because learning like international languages is it's not spoken about very much, but it's a huge opportunity. And it's like, when especially Chinese, like there's so much demand for Chinese. I live in Zambia, by the way, so there's a lot of Chinese businesses here, and I'm sure anywhere across the world, like China is just doing business like everywhere across the world. So like learning Chinese Mandarin is a really good move. Career wise, maybe business wise, it can give you like a lot of opportunities. So maybe that's something you can also get in. Then I'm also a writer, and yeah, so I write. I do different forms of writing. So I write articles, I go straight for people. So like writing a book for someone, and where they don't give you your name doesn't appear, but yeah, so they own all the rights to that, to the whatever you write. Yeah, so I do that as well. And then I'm also a speech writer, and I've written speeches for many people across the world. Like I think probably in my writing career, like I've done a lot of writing. Yeah, but speech writing I think has been the most of it. So I've written speeches for like CEOs, movie stars, like ministers of different nations, and yeah, like many business people. Like just so many speeches. Like I think that's my main thing. Even though I've noticed right now the algorithm is taking me towards article writing. I'm doing more of that. Yeah, and So this is, I'm just to put it into perspective, I'm giving you the feedback as to who I am and what I do, so that you can see that I'm not speaking from without, like actually got the results to back up pretty much everything that I say. Yeah, so, and the platform which I write for, by the way, is actually one of the top two biggest freelancing sites. I'm a top rated seller there under the writing niche. Yeah, so I'm a top writer on the top two writing freelance platforms. That's it's called Fiverr. So I'm a top rated seller on Fiverr. Yeah, so I'll be speaking about freelancing as well. It's a really good opportunity, and I think something which Africa really needs to get on. And I'm also an author. I wrote a book, and this is my book. It's called Increase Your Intelligence, Be Amazing. Yeah, so like this is it contains secrets and tips for smarter you. So that that video I did yesterday about vocabulary, like it's something which I stumbled upon like 15 years ago, back when I was at uni. And when I was at uni, I used to try to find like really creative ways of like working smart. You know, you don't want to be studying so hard, and yeah, whenever you're doing all like in this world where you have to learn so fast, you don't want to struggle with learning. So I dived into the studying efficiently, and also learning things efficiently, learning quickly. Now that I've been able to do all these things, so the various talents and skills that I've garnered over the years, like whenever you become good at one thing, you actually become good at many things. So those skills are things I picked up things whilst learning those skills, and I condensed everything into this book. So pardon me, I will not be able to dive into like everything in detail the way I wrote in this book. So if you want to get like the full details about that skill, and or about how to like become smarter faster, how to learn faster, there, yeah, I encourage you to download this book. It's only $5, which I think in Zambia is like 150 kwacha. Yeah, and I've left the link in the description. Yeah, so you can click the link and buy the digital version there. Unfortunately, I'm out of hard copies. Like this is pretty much the last hard copy I have, and it's my souvenir. So yeah, but I poured my heart and soul into this book, and people have been asking me like, why don't you write another book? Because the saying goes that for you to sell your book, you have to write another book. But then I wrote everything I already needed to write in here, and I didn't have anything else to write about. So I preferred to just like, you know what, I'll only write another book when I have something to say, which is worth being put in a book. I don't have anything yet, but yeah, maybe in future, who knows. But right now, like everything, all my observations, my insights in life, I put them into this book. Yes. Also, I went into a lot of things. I just like give you a snippet of what is in here. So I discussed that very vocabulary topic in here, and then I also talk about the true benefits of our school system. I discuss failure. I discuss intelligence and what people think it is, and yeah, so I talk about how many people think there's like just one form of intelligence, but the reality is that there's so many. I think there are about 10. I must have included about 10, probably more. Yeah, and I gave the various differences of intelligence, and many people think like, no, they're good at maybe football, and they don't realize that that's an intelligence. So there's that. The people who are good at giving relationship advice, they don't realize that that's emotional intelligence, and it's also something you can leverage. So these are the various things that I talk about. I also talk about talents and how to develop them really fast, and yeah, and how to know if you've got a talent. All that is in here. I talk about studying and how to make it fun. All that is in here. I talk about purpose and passion, and some important things which you won't learn at school. I also included them in here. Yeah, so the other things that I've done like over my life, I think, is I've also done some. I used to run my family business, so I've got a lot of experience about business as well. Yeah, so yeah, and then now I've now just dived into this content creation thing because um, and I'll let you in on this because it's something which has motivated me to do this like seriously this year. Yeah, like I was at a low time in my life the past few months, and I was feeling like I've underachieved, even though like the statistics actually show like my my I've really like my sister had to point it out to me like I've really overachieved, but I was feeling like really low and inadequate and everything, and for all the many talents like that I have, I was still battling myself, and yeah, and doubting myself as well. So it happens to even the most people who are talented. I wished, yeah, I was feeling like my many talents are actually a curse, and I just wished like why didn't I just have one? Because if you have one talent, then you've got no way to look. You've got only one way to look for it. But then when you've got so many, and I'm sure people who've got many talents will resonate with this. You actually feel lost because you don't know which way to go, and it can lead you to being even depressed at some point. Yeah, so um, it's only like recently that I came into like okay, let me look at these many talents for what they are. Like they're a blessing. God bless me with a lot of talent, and I should, if I look at it from that perspective, then I can figure out exactly how I can use these talents to help out other people. So yeah, so if you're somebody who feels like you don't have like talent, um, you can watch this channel, and I'll be giving away like advice about talent identification because everybody's talented. I strongly believe everybody's talented, and yeah, I'll be giving talent advice, and also I'll be giving like how to improve your talents, and then also academics as well because somehow I for someone who wasn't like too serious back in my uni days, I somehow made it to my top 10 in the class. So it's something which I was doing like like in a very casual relaxed-ish manner, because the time I tried to go like really serious in school, I had actually my results went opposite. Like I don't know, the more I tried, the worse my results got. So I actually flunked one course when I was studying, like I don't know, putting in 8-hour days on my studying or something like that. It was crazy. Yeah, so I actually flunked out one course and I had to redo that course. But yeah, then I came back to reflect like, no, my brain works better when I'm approaching my learning in a fun, relaxed way where it's not war. Yeah, where I'm not too serious about it. Like, so that's something also I spoke about it in this book as well, like the how to study, make the studying fun. Like, yeah. So there's a lot of that in there, and quite frankly, I'm looking forward to this journey because I'll be the most consistent I'll be this year. I hope. Yeah, but I'm determined to really make it this year. Like consistently, I'll do my part. I'll show up and teach people as much as I can, share my blessings. Because this was instigated a bit by there was the parable of talents. I think I was at church one time, and there was that servant who was given a talent and he buried it in the ground, and God was upset with him. So with me, like I've got, I don't know, I must have been like one of those guys with maybe the 5 or the 10 talents, and you saw those guys invested it and got back 5 more or 10 more, and yeah, he was happy. So if I'm sleeping on everything on this talent, I'll have to answer to him at some point. And yeah, so, I've decided to really use those talents. Okay, and it's not all rosy, by the way. There's actually some things I'm terrible at, like anything physical. I can't play soccer to save my life. It's actually one of the reasons that I probably became good at everything else, which is like to do with the mind, because we're one of those players who if when they're choosing teams, I'll be the last guy to be picked. In my country, they say Nzekula. It's one of those people who are not very good. And then something else I'm really bad at is I really struggle with rather is relationships. Like it's I guess all men struggle with that, but yeah, some men do really fine. But over my life, I've discovered like that's one area I need working on. So there's no perfection, and that's something we should be okay with. So do things. Start now with what you have, the quality of whatever you can do. Do your best right now, and you'll get perfect. So if you want to start something new, don't be scared of doing it badly at first. If it's worth doing, then do it badly. So this is me doing a very bad video, and I promise they'll get better with time. It's a learning curve. Yeah. Okay. So getting back to vocabulary. I did mention yesterday that vocabulary is powerful and that it affects the career, it affects your learning, the speed of learning, it affects your finances as well, and it affects your academics as well. Yeah, so in this video, I'll give away one way of boosting your vocabulary. So the way I discovered myself back in the day was to learn a new word every day. So learn at least one new word every day and use it in your speaking. Like when you learn a new word, you should try to use it maybe about 3-4 times a day so that it sticks. Yeah, so that was a wonderful way of learning. But an even better way of learning, of growing your vocabulary, is to use what is called word roots. So word roots are they're parts of words which make up like a root. They connect to so many words afterwards. I'll give you an example. So let's say photo. Photo means light. So whenever you see photographic, so it's got something to do with light, a graphic made out of light. Or mono. Mono is like single or one. Yeah, so you say monochrome, one color. Mono, stereo. I think that's something to do with like, yeah, so mono is one and then stereo is like two cables in the I think it's in the audio world. I know that those two cables. And then there's something like demo. So democracy is demo, people, and then crassy, rule. And then there are also other word roots like tripartite. So that's a three-level thing. Or bicycle, a cycle which has got 2 wheels. So anything quad, when you see quad is meaning it's something to do with quadrilateral or whatever it is. So it's at 4 levels. So you should get excited, like try to learn a new word root every week. And then with that word root, you try to like identify as many variants of it and then just keep the word root in your mind. Yeah, so another one is like loc, L-O-Q, loc, like loquacious, or eloquent. So whenever there's that loc, E-L-O-Q, eloquent, or loquacious, talkative. So it's got something to do with words. And also dictionary, like dict, is something to do with words. Dictation, so putting out the words, dictionary, something which contains words. Yeah, anyway, I could go on forever. Yeah, but I contain everything in this book, so I can't overscore or underscore this enough. Try and get that book. Unfortunately, out of hard copies, like I said, so the soft copies you can get from our website. The link is in the description. And I'll be giving away like a lot of secrets over the coming weeks, and it's going to be what I hope it's going to be hopefully a wonderful journey together. And I'll be giving out like all the secrets I've kept in the book and all the things that I've learned over my life, just to help somebody else, and just to help you grow your talent, become your best self. And that's what I'm hoping to do. So pardon me, this video will not be edited, because when I was starting out, I was like of course I did learn how to edit videos, but it takes a lot of time, and right now I was using it as an excuse to post. So please pardon me. I would rather just put out the imperfect versions of this just so that I get into that rhythm, and then maybe hire an editor eventually. So if you're somebody who knows how to edit videos like really well, then just be on the lookout. There might be a job in here. Yeah, so anyway, that's it for today, and I hope to see you in the next video. You can like and subscribe. Apparently that helps with the algorithm a lot. So like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, it'll help me keep on growing on this platform, and help me also continue to produce like good content for my audience, because I'm into helping people become the best. I want people not to feel like they're like undergoing depression because they're feeling inadequate, or if you're someone who's like me, who's got so much potential, or you've got multi talents, and then you feel depressed because I actually discovered that people who are like me are called, there's a phrase for people who are very talented. It's multi-potentialite. I watched a TED talk on that, and these people struggle with life, and because they're so talented, but then they lack direction. So I thought I was like the only one until I stumbled upon that TED talk, and I discovered there's a whole tribe out there, people similar to me, and yeah, if you're one of those people, just know that I can resonate. I feel exactly, I understand what you feel to some level, and you can also find a way, maybe by watching my videos, on how to deal with it. Okay, before this gets too long, I'll see you guys in the next video, and yeah, bye.